you know, the mind state to that.
I think the message may have been the first rap song.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a tow truck repossessed my car.
Whew! He lived somewhere. And where he lived, he described it, and it was where I lived. And that was the connection.
The days of the Party MC were coming to an end when a battle between legendary Party MC Busy Bee Starsky and newcomer Kool Moe Dee took place. Kool Moe Dee, who went on to win, introduced a new style, speed rhyming with a deeper level of lyrical content. Kurtis Blow released Christmas Rapping, one of the first rap records to have a major label release. 1980s, The Breaks, Kurtis established the hook as an integral part of rap radio. Exploding onto the scene, one rap group would end the old school style and influence a new generation.
Run DMC.
Run DMC took it to the nth degree.
I was just a fanatic for that shit.
Run DMC made me want to start rhyming.
Run DMC was like larger than life.
Run DMC was the cat that you just came from. You just left this cat. He got your jacket on. He got your hat on. He's you. I'm no longer going to look up to the recording artist. I'm gonna be him. And thus the new era in hip hop begins.
I heard they records, and when I finally seen them perform, they was just amazing.
You know what I mean? I see them niggas on TV, you know, with white folks, and that shit was tripping me out.
Rapping since 9, 16-year-old LL Cool J became one of the first sex symbols in rap. Versatile in his delivery, sharp with his technique, and proclaiming himself as the greatest.
For whatever reason, LL don't get older. Each time there's a new generation, he grows with them.
He was lyrical, he was raw. For my money, the Rock the Bells and the Rock the Bells remix is probably his best work.
LL Cool J is hard as hell.
You would know all the songs and every little scratch it. You knew all the stuff to the record, and this was like, this is the cover itself just made you be like, damn, this hip hop right here.
He is the personification of rap music in mind, body, and rhyme.
To show our appreciation for your
With the release of Paid in Full in 1986, Rakim reinvented flow. Laid back and easy, Rakim dealt a death blow to the high-energy cadence style of the time.
If there's one thing that I had checkmarked in my book to get done was to do a record with Rakim.
Like you knew they was some dope dealers, or maybe a dope dealer that just ended up getting themselves together and being like, look, I'm on a conscious path. This is what I'm dropping.
Just being able to put the words together that he put together and rap on such a knowledgeable level and not really cursing and not really talking about certain stuff and being able to put stuff together on a level where the streets can really feel it.
When I was young, I played the saxophone. What I did was incorporated my rhyme style with like a sax solo. The way a sax player would play, you know, sporadically, you know, using certain styles and pauses, and you know what I mean? I knew what it was, so I incorporated it in my writing style, you know what I mean? And it came out pretty good, man.
Nobody beats the R, so stop yelling, save it.
He was a grown man at a young age. He came with style, he came with intelligence, and you know, that's how I am, you know.
KRS-One and BDP took the art of battling in the live show to the next level, but he took hip-hop to a higher conscious level with By Any Means Necessary.
Oh, that's KRS.
You can only look at KRS and say, okay, that's a complete MC.
KRS-One is, you know, a legend.
Those rhymes, he was just ridiculous.
Master of all style is KRS-One.
Somebody like a KRS-One is the live element, the actual MC element. There's nothing you could do to that man on stage.
He done ended a bunch of careers at one point. I don't want to mention any names, but he has.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Here it is! Bam! And you say goddamn!
Perhaps rap's strongest political voice, Public Enemy's Chuck D delivered social commentary like an impassioned orator, over a sonic cacophony of samples and musical explosions. Chuck D became an icon of black struggle and empowerment.
They even had it on the news. Don't believe the hype.
When The Adventures of Slick Rick premiered in 1988, audiences realized they were listening to a total original. Using a number of different voices, including English royalty, Slick reinvented the art of hip-hop storytelling.
If anybody could tell a story with Slick Rick.
That's the not trying to be tough, but be a fly live person.
Well, I was sitting on my lunch break, gritting my teeth. It's the last day of the week, boy, what a relief.
Even today, I detect a lot of MCs who like chip his style a little bit.
Ice-T put gangster rap on the map with the release of 6 in the Morning. NWA released perhaps one of the most important albums in music, Straight Out of Compton, proving that the most important influence to an MC is the environment in which he or she grew up.
You know, obviously my style is influenced by where I grew up.
Being from Chicago, it was like so much of a plus because it shaped me, and that community shapes a lot of us.
Yeah, we from Atlanta, ATL, Dirty South.
My brother was poor growing up on Staten Island, you know what I mean?
I was always a wild kid since I was coming up.
I don't have a high school diploma, but I have close friends who were in 12th grade reading first grade books.
You see our chamber, we getting high, niggas got fed, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is still watching they back from the cops, but it's all real. This is where we from.
The need to express, it's like the poet or the griot that's inside of us that just has this need to paint this picture on top.
Every successful rapper comes from a place that has not really had access to the American dream. Some of their rap is about taking the American dream. If they can't sell a record, then they'll rob you.
I am the American dream. Somebody that can come from the bottom up. That's the American dream.
You know, when I was in the hood, we was selling drugs. We was robbing and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So the community wasn't really by our side. Like, there wasn't no shit where they was liking us. Nobody liked us in the area. But at the same time, we had to eat. My daughter had to eat, so we was doing what we had to do, regardless, no matter what the community felt about it.
It's heavy out here, man. This is the hood right here. This is the North Shore. Out here, this is where it gets popping. This is where they get it popping. Constantly, it's a hungrier attitude. These kids out here, they got more hunger in their gut. Their shit is hurting, you know what I mean? They want to eat. This is Killer Hills. They don't call it that for no reason.
That's how we do, man. This is real life. This shit ain't a game, man. We out here in the struggle.
So I try to soak as much of this up, you know, as I can so I can relate with the kids, man. This is reality right here, you know, without, you know, glorifying too much negativity, you know, this is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, it always played a big part of what I wrote. You know, I just want to incorporate that with what I write now. But, you know, the hood is universal now.
But an MC doesn't influence the community. The community influences the MC. When I stepped out of Brooklyn rapping about a boyfriend that I had on crack and, you know, the streets being rough and tough, that's what it was. I was a product of my environment, stepping up to the mic and speaking.
You know me. Get crunk, get live with me. Don't make you as fly as me. Get your stand up and vibe with me. Come on, ride with me. Come on, ride with me.
And for music, nigga was into a little bit of everything, man. Like, you know, selling your little drugs, you know what I'm saying? Doing your little stupid, little senseless robberies.
Environment means everything because that tells your struggle. Especially us blacks, you know what I'm saying? We are raised in the hood, you know what I mean? On welfare, on WIC, Social Security and all the other wild shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we don't really have nothing.
I started rapping in the P now, you know what I mean? And I always had niggas, got niggas who kick their little thug raps and shit now.